Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Solana price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis, starting on the daily chart for the bullish and bearish scenario, where we have a potential 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 toward the upside, a leading diagonal, where we might see of course a wave 4 hitting in 3 waves in between the 0.38, 0.5 fib level for a wave 4, perfect fib level for a wave 4 by the way, and then moving toward the upside for a wave 5. A second scenario is a 1-2, 1-2. Your wave 2, of course, has to be again 3 waves. Minimum target is the 0.38, meaning again the blue box as a common target and moving, of course, impulsively and explosively towards the upside. Final bullish scenario here is a 3 waves toward the upside, ABC zigzag, finished in a wave C, of course, in the yellow here. You're looking for a wave B towards the downside, and then of course continuation for higher prices after 3 waves, of course hitting the blue zone, and then continuation for a wave C for higher prices. Now of course the wave B can be as well this blue zone in confluence, or it can be even deeper where you might hit of course between the 0.618 and the 0.5, by the way, in between here, which is perfect fib level for a wave B. Now, basically, higher potential, of course, is going first for this blue box after a finished potential impulse or 3 waves as WX and OY. You're looking for continuation towards the downside as a bearish scenario short term, of course, and then we take it, of course, from there. We're gonna move inside it to see what's going on. So inside Solana right now, we saw, of course, lately after this bottom here, which it can be a potential WX and a Y. W, X, and a Y. And we didn't saw, of course, a finished wave 5, a nice finished wave 5 to say that this can be an impulse, by the way. If you have a 1, 2, let's say, and then 3, 4, and a 5, what is your wave 5? It looks like 3 waves, and therefore, of course, a very low possibility unless you want to take it in this, in this way, like 1, 2, and then 3, 4. This is your wave 4 as a running flat, which is very, very low possibility, and then wave 5, which is an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't like this option. It is a very, very low possibility, unless, okay, again, a wave 4 running flat, which is the lowest possibility and rare case scenario. Higher potential is for the wave Y. Now we are looking at a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 impulse toward the upside, where you saw, of course, a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. Wave 4 did not interfere with the zone 1, so perfect impulse. Wave 4 given, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now currently, of course, you have also seen a 1.618 for a wave 3 in case you are in a wave 3, 4, and a 5. So that would be nice, but we don't want to forget as well that if this has transformed to a wave 1 or a wave A, you would like to see right now, of course, a correction toward the downside. A minimum target, of course, is the 0.38, and I'm just making sure of the fibs. Yes, everything is fine. 0.38, 0.5 fib level can be the minimum target for this short-term bearish scenario. And therefore, of course, you would like to see this move toward the downside in 3 corrective waves, and then continuation for, of course, higher. Now, it can be, of course, still, we don't forget that we have a wave A. It is a zigzag, potentially, of course, for a wave A, B, and a C, hitting the 1-to-1 fib level. Or it can be, of course, at the same time, a wave 3 here, a wave 4, and then you're looking for a wave 5 toward the upside, meaning continuation for bullish scenario. But yeah, basically based on the daily, it should be much higher potential is a zigzag. Yeah, because as you know, we are in an A, B, and a C toward the downside to hit the confluence box for many bullish scenarios, right? So this is what we are looking for, potentially an ABC as a zigzag. So to be careful, of course, we cannot have the fib level yet until we get the wave 2. If we dive deeper inside this area to see what's happening now, we see something interesting, which is, of course, a kind of like a breakout for this triangle. It's not like in Bitcoin. In Bitcoin, it's still ranging inside a triangle. So we see a kind of a breakout. We took the low also here, so we can say that, yeah, we went out of a of the triangle here, which is nice to see actually. If we have finished a wave 5, of course, at this top here as well, it is very possible your wave 1, your wave A, your wave Y, in case you are in WX and a Y, always considering all the case scenarios. And your WX and a Y here is, of course, a 3 waves where you see a W, X, and a Y. However, I don't see this, of course, as a wave Y. I see it as a perfect impulse. Therefore, of course, higher potential here is for the wave 1 or the wave A. So no worry about the WX and a Y here. Higher potential, you are in A or in a wave 1. Basically, we are looking right now at 5 waves down as a leading diagonal. I don't know why I delete them, but it should stay there. Actually, this is a leading diagonal. For a wave 1, potentially you have an A, B, and a C, an expanding flat for a wave 2. And here we go. Let's mark this as a wave 1, 2, potentially 3, 4, and a 5. And after an ABC expanding flat, or it can be also WX and a Y, but higher potential internally, it is an impulse. And basically, you're looking at another impulse as a wave 1, and you're looking at potentially wave 2, maybe one more high to finish a wave 2, and then continuation toward the downside. Moving inside it, of course, we can see as well 3 waves up, 3 waves down. Potentially, this is your, it looks like an impulse, but I don't see a wave 2. And there's a problem is if it's gonna end up with 3 waves up, therefore WX and a Y for a wave 2 and moving towards the downside. Targets for this wave 2 might be, of course, be the following. And wave 2 as an impulse, we have, of course, the perfect box. We hit so far the 0.5 fib level. We can remove this. Potentially, if we're still looking for higher here, you would like to hit this blue box in case we hit the 886, meaning we're gonna take the high invalidation of this impulse toward the downside. Okay, so basically this is what I'm looking forward for. And 0.38 is the main target, of course, after maybe potentially one more high and then continuation for lower. This is the micro analysis. Let's see also on KGT, what do we see? So on the KGT 5-minute chart, we can see, of course, that is a convergence for the bearish signals, and obviously we're moving toward the downside. Currently, we got one bullish signal, which it was, of course, it brought us higher. However, it was also in divergence here as well with the price action, but very essential to read what KGT says here. It is very divergence bullish signal, right? A very divergent bullish signal, meaning you would like to take the high. However, in KGT, you got directly the signal that be careful, this will not take the high. Why? Because it is in convergence with the price action, and we move very, very down toward the downside. And that's signaling, of course, a weakness for the bullish. And that because basically we finished a wave 1 or a wave A, we're still looking for a correction toward the downside. Currently, you're still looking, of course, at a potential divergence with the price action. Again, if we move to the 1-minute chart, let's move inside it. Here we go. We have kind of a divergence moving toward the upside right now, right? So if I bring even less, here we go. This is your signal at 260 strengths, meaning it's not very strong. It doesn't take the high. It will not take the high here, and it will move simply one more leg toward the upside as expected, as per Elliott wave, and then moving toward the downside. And that because, of course, it's gonna unfold after this high that you get here. It might unfold a new signal as bearish, even maybe before getting the high. We're gonna see, of course, if this happens. Of course, we are looking still for our scenario to hit the 0.38, 129, and we take it from there with a new analysis. Of course, this is the target that I'm still looking for in Solana. That was it for Solana. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.